Chicago River winding its way through the heart of the Windy City, our sight tonight. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at the Rockets. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
You know, for the Wizards, they finally found some answers to their early season woes. I like the way they're playing right now. Suddenly, there's optimism surrounding this team.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, for Bradley Beal, it all started with his shot. His mom was a great athlete in her own right, and she coached him. By age 7, he was making high school range threes. He said, "I just run from arc to arc. I loved it because you knew you had to guard me all the way out there. Everywhere I went, it was shooter, shooter. My name became shooter." Kevin, it still is.
It sure is. Thanks, David. Well, every year, Doris, despite the expert predictions, there are always big surprises, some things that come out of the blue, or they're fun to watch.
We tend to use that word expert lightly because you never know, despite collections of talent, who's going to work well together, who develops their chemistry, what injuries play a part in a particular season. Are there mid-season trades that sort of maybe change the chemistry and the makeup of a particular roster? So, listen, predictions, take them with a grain of salt. You never know how an NBA season might play out.
And that's why we love the regular season so much. Long, yes, but so many different twists and turns along the way.
No doubt.
And now Washington's starting group. We've got Davis Bertans. Smith is out there with Wall. Then there's Bradley Beal. And it's Bryant in at center. And for Chicago, White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at the 5 down low.
Boy, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
Smith feeling it out a bit. Beal finds Wall. Just 5 on the clock. Tries from the block. Bertans' shot is good.
Well, a lot of Wall's passes end up on the highlight reel. He just makes it so easy for his guys to catch and finish.
Here's White. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Celtics in Boston. The pass to Carter. Over Bryant. Offensive rebound. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Bradley Beal picks one up. Chicago shooting their first free throws of the game right now. And that one falls for Carter. And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
Carter hits them both.
Well, for Washington, D.C. basketball, they have one title to their name. The champs back in '78.
What a run that was for that team, led by the great Wes Unseld. But boy, in the 40 years since that title, my goodness, fans of this franchise have waited so patiently for that return to greatness. When will it come?
Beal from long range. Nice D from Porter. For Chicago, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Washington's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. And finished off by Beal.
Boy, great bounce to his game. Bradley Beal, a big-time athlete.
And here are the Bulls now. And White kicks to Markkanen. Pass to Levine. Back to Markkanen. No good that time. Now Washington takes it the other way.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Chicago trailing here. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Levine, good.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
For Washington, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Beal. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Utah. And here comes White, leading the fast break and finished off by Porter.
Rising to the cup. Porter showing what he can do.
And Wall. Here we go now. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And so Levine will bring it up now for Chicago. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And that's a foul called on Davis Bertans. That is his first foul of the game. Outside, Levine. Outside, Markkanen. 5 on the clock. And a miss there on the triple. For Washington, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. The drive by Smith. And it's sent back by Carter. White inside. Working on Bryant. And it's White missing.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
And even though he came into the league at the age of 19 out of the University of Florida, Beal has been a scorer since the get-go.
Well, Bradley Beal entered the league as a sweet shooting 2-guard. He has worked his way into being a tremendous playmaker. Year over year, his overall offensive game has gotten so much better.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Throw good, Beal.
When he first came into the NBA, many thought Bradley Beal would be a mostly catch-and-shoot shooting guard. But this guy has proven he can definitely shoot, but there's so much more to his game. He can create for others. He can get himself off on the bounce. He is a terrific all-around guy now.
And both free throws good for Beal. And with Beal, Doris, he's been more aggressive at attacking the rim.
And Kevin, it's worked out for him because he's gotten to the line more, and that allows you to become a consistent scoring presence. Boy, the dynamic nature of Beal's offensive game has really elevated.
Now here's Levine. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Celtics in Boston. Near the three-point line, it's Porter, and the Bulls with another miss.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
The Wizards working the ball around now. Here's Bryant. Falls back and drains the fadeaway jumper. Bulls trail by 4. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
For Washington, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Pass to Bertans. Shoots over Markkanen. Bertans' shot is good. Bertans got his second bucket of the night. Chicago with the ball. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
I thought what really stood out was how dominant they were on the offensive end. That was about as flawless as you could hope for.
And Washington has possession. Now Smith. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. To the inside. Stolen by Markkanen. Here's Carter. Good work defensively by Bryant.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
And Wall. Here we go now. And Wall with the slam.
There you see the remarkable athleticism of John Wall sailing in for the flush.
Bulls trail by 4. Carter, the pass to Porter. And it's sent back by Bryant.
This guy has not been a factor at all in this quarter, and it has hurt the team.
Smith, no good. And Chicago shooting 31% here early on. Not getting the shots they'd like. Levine kicks to White. Back to Levine. 4 on the shot clock. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
Well, Zach LaVine doing work in the mid-range. He's got that shot in his bag. Yes, sir.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Well, it's a new front office in Washington, and Greg, they've got their work cut out for them.
John Wall's huge supermax contract as he deals with the Achilles injury. Tough questions to be answered about the direction they're going to take talent-wise.
So for the Bulls, Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Porter. And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Mo Wagner's checked in for Bryant. Bell comes in for Davis Bertans. Hachimura, he's checked in for Beal. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Ish Smith. Here's Hachimura. 11 points for him in that last game against Utah. For 3, Levine. Rebound, Washington. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
And if you had to point to one problem in that game, it was their rebounding. Flat out terrible.
Well, the numbers back up that assertion, Greg, no doubt about it. And sometimes it's about, hey, we've got to get on the glass and make sure they're feeling us all night long. They didn't do that. Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
Here's Hachimura. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect. Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the 3-ball in his last year of college, hitting over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile, and I feel like he's putting it all together.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Doris, you and I enjoy discussing pure scores, great shooters, but guys that can score a myriad of ways. Give us a couple of names that we don't always hear about that really impressed you.
Well, one young man who I think has got an offensive game that is really continuing to grow and is quite beautiful already is Zach LaVine. But probably the best example, Kev, would have to be the multi-time winner of the 6-man award, and that's Sweet Lou Williams. This guy can score against any defense. He's a great in pick and roll. He has become a better playmaker, but Lou Williams is a problem to guard.
And as people will say, he is a professional scorer.
That's perfect, yes.
And he makes that one.
Boy, masterful work from Thaddeus Young. He's got such tremendous length down there.
Now here's Napier. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Bell. Back to Napier. Fires from deep. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss. And so Sadaransky will bring it up toward the Chicago Bulls. They trail by 1. Here's the teardrop. That shot no good. And Washington the other way now. The feed to Bell. And a missed layup.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
Shot's good from Young.
You can see how comfortable Thad Young is. Give him the ball, let him go into attack mode.
There's the pass to Hachimura. Back to Wall. Napier passes to Wagner. Back to Napier. Outside Wall. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Sadaransky looking around. Dishes it to Young. That's tipped.
And that's a welcome sign for sure. Hachimura demonstrating a willingness to want to improve as a defender.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Valentine. They get it back. Young on the follow. And the Bulls lead by 3. Wizards have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Here's Bell. That shot misses. Good defensive work there by Young.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Wizards trail by 3. Outside Wall. And here's Napier. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. For 3, Bell drills it from outside. Bell's got the game tied up here for the Wizards.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
And Greg, you know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
1:33 left in the first quarter of the game. And Sadaransky kicks to Valentine. Dunn attacking. Good D by Bell.
Boy, he's at the cup, but that is tremendous defense. Prohibit the lay-in without fouling.
Wall's shot is good.
And this is where John Wall sets himself apart. The ability to get contact and finish with the best of them.
Well, Chicago's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Dunn outside. Tries again. Felicio with the bucket.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Now here's Wall. He's coming off a 34-point game against Utah.
And don't make a mistake. The 3 blocks had a huge impact on the game as well. It really turned the game in their favor.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. Trailing by 2. Now here's Sadaransky. D right on him. Steps back and fires. Felicio the pass to Young. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Well, this is where the athleticism and the long arms and quick thinking of Jordan Bell come into play.
And for the Bulls, they're shooting 33% here in the first quarter. Young outside. Six to shoot. From deep three-point range. And so the first quarter is in the books. Wizards lead by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. One of the most dangerous scorers in the game, Bradley Beal spoke about the trust Coach Scott Brooks has in him and his teammates.
I think the biggest thing is he's still young, so, you know, he tries to think he's still hip. He keeps up with us a little bit, but he grants us a lot of freedom. He allows us freedom on both ends of the floor to be leaders.
Ellen Beal trying to grow as a leader and a star. Has to love that.
Yeah, and Brooks known for developing good relationships with his players. He pushes them, but he gives them a lot of praise as well.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how the Wizards are doing, guys, your thoughts?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. Mahimi is out there with Wagner, and it's Wall. Then there's Shabazz Napier, and it's Hachimura in at the small forward position. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. But now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks. Satoransky with it. Pass to Felicio. He kicks it to Young. With the floater, he takes it up and lays it in. Young's got 8 points.
Well, Thad Young is more than comfortable busting out that soft floater. Go to work, young man.
Outside, Wall passes it to Mahimi. And here's Napier. Over to the wing. Here's Hachimura. We hear this a lot, Doris. The great offense always beats great defense. Think that's true?
I do, Kevin. I think obviously a defender is usually in reactionary mode. It's the rare defender who is dictating to the offensive player what they want to happen. So imagine trying to impact LeBron James as he's playing in the open floor with a head of steam. Like, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Hachimura.
And although he started playing the game later in life, Hachimura has picked it up well, and exciting young player to watch.
Markkanen, he's checked in for Chris Dunn. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Beal's checked in. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And Satoransky kicks to Young. Pass to Felicio. The kick out to Young. It doesn't go for him. Now Washington takes it the other way. The drive by Beal. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Wall.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Beal.
We are talking about an elite 2-guard. Bradley Beal can shoot it. He can guard virtually any position on the floor, and his ability to elevate his playmaking skills has changed the equation.
Porter's checked in for Chicago. Bryant is checked in for the Wizards. And so he makes both from the line. And here are the Bulls now. It's a 5-point game. Now here's Satoransky. Napier covering. Markkanen, good. Markkanen's got his first bucket in this one.
Boy, Otto Porter with the pretty delivery. That's nice.
Now here's Napier. Satoransky covering. Napier passes to Hachimura. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Markkanen's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Valentine wide open. He fires. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Wizards leading by 3. And the basket by Napier.
What an outstanding pass, and Bradley Beal has come such a long way as a playmaker.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Satoransky, and it's sent back by Bryant. And here we go, the Wizards' fast break.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And there's the foul. Will go on Shabazz Napier. That's his first foul. Some changes for Chicago. Zach LaVine comes in for Valentine. And it's White in for Satoransky. And a switcher also for Washington. Ish Smith, he's checked in for Napier. Markkanen against Mahinmi. Outside Porter. Clock at 6. Right at the free throw line. That one a little long. And so Bryant will bring it up for the Wizards. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Shoots over White, and the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And that burst of speed, sometimes White just too much for a defense, which is why you see them compromise.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And this season, he's maintained very good form at the line, shooting at about an 83% clip.
And that one falls for White. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you. And you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Here's Hachimura. He's got 6. Smith outside. The pass to Bryant. Over White. And Bryant the bucket on the assist by Smith. Smith's got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Levine. Shoots over Beal. And the Bulls with another miss. Wizards leading by 9. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
Well, this guy has become better and better at recognizing when to take it strong inside. Bradley Beal's athleticism makes him a tough cover.
The Bulls shooting is definitely lagging at the moment. They're just 30% in the second quarter. White the pass to Levine. Goes up at the stripe. Bucket is good. Levine's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Smith against White. Right side Beal. A beautiful reverse layup. Beal's got the lead up to 11 now for Washington.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And Chicago shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. Now White. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Shot clock at 5. Markkanen kicks to White. Doesn't go that time. And it's Washington the other way. Beal drives in. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
We know this. Bradley Beal is an elite scorer who will take advantage of every opportunity.
Bulls trail by 13. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Wendell Carter, he's checked in for the Bulls. Davis Bertans checks in for the Wizards. On defense, Washington. 13-point lead. Levine passes to White. Back to Levine. Shoots over Beal. And that one hits back iron.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Smith the pass to Beal. Rebound collected by Levine.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
And a wide open look for Porter. The three-pointer no good.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Beal. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. On the wing, Porter. And Beal kicks to Bertans to the wing right side. Here's Hachimura. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Carter's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Shot is good, and the Wizards' lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Levine.
Well, Levine is a scorer, plain and simple. It matters not inside, outside, he's got it all.
Now, here is Smith. He's still scoreless so far in this one. It's Beal on the wing. Three-pointer. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
And here is Markkanen. He had 13 points in the win against the Celtics in Boston. Porter with it. Kicks it out to Markkanen. In the corner, it's Levine. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Levine's got 11 points. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Wizards. They've led by as many as 14 points. Top of the key, Beal. There's the pass to Beal. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Beal's got 13 points in just this quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's White. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The drive by Beal. That one drops for him. Beal's got 21.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
They get a hand on it. Markkanen kicks to White. Carter against Bryant. Carter down low. He's got 8. Makes it off the glass. 10 points for him.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Smith against White. Smith dishes to Bryant. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 6 assists now in the game.
Boy, that's a backbreaker. Takes it right into the rim and extends their lead.
You want to make sure your opponent knows they have absolutely 0 chance of a comeback, and nice finish by him.
It's stolen by Bertans. Bryant passes to Beal. Back to Bryant. And here's Smith. He's guarded by Markkanen. Pass to Hachimura. Shot clock at 6. And here's Bryant for 3. Offensive rebound.
Yeah, after a first quarter where they struggled from long range, they've really started to get it closer to the basket.
Bulls trail by 17. Outside, White. Teardrop shot, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul goes against Washington. The Bulls shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
And that one misses.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Felicia's checked in for the Bulls. Chris Dunn comes in for Otto Porter Jr. And then for Washington, Jordan Bell's checked in for Bertans. John Wall comes in for Hachimura. And it's Napier in for Smith.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
1:22 left to play here in the half. On the wing, Levine. Over Beal. Rebound by the Wizards. Here is Bryant. He's got 10. Napier passes to Wall. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. 8 points for Wall.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
There's 57 seconds left in the second quarter. On the wing, Levine. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Bradley Beal picks one up. Oh, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
First one falls for him.
You see Zach Levine in the Bulls uniform, and it's hard not to think of the trade that sent him here. He was a big part of the deal that sent Jimmy Butler out of Chicago.
And the Bulls making a change here. Satoransky's checked in, and the Wizards making a change here as well. Mo Wagner's checked in for Bryant. And here are the Bulls now. Here's Levine. It's good from the top of the key. Levine's got 10 points in the quarter.
Boy, he's been cooking, but the teammates, he's just not getting a lot of support from them.
Napier dishes to Beal. And Washington again with the bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. For Chicago, they have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
Two shots.
Free throw good, Levine.
You know, one of the things that Zach Levine has worked so hard on is the ability to get to the free throw line. This guy has stated he wants to be one of the best to ever do it. Well, a great scorer gets to the foul line.
20 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Wall attacking. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Well, the playmaking ability of John Wall on display. So explosive. What a pretty pass.
Now Levine. Over to the left wing. Here's Satoransky. Bradley Beal, he's been the guy making things happen for Washington. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Bradley, great first half for you. Look, we know you come from a football-playing family. It looked like you wanted to establish control in a football-type way in the first half.
Oh, you have to. This is a physical game. You see the refs they call a lot of hard fouls, but sometimes they don't call them. So, I mean, you can't complain about it. You just have to just keep attacking. And these guys are big. I mean, this is the NBA, so you have to be physical and not complain and try to go strong every time you go to the basket.
Bradley, thanks for your time. We'll see you in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Bradley Beal putting in some incredible work. He had 23 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards.
A guy who just continues to improve, Bradley Beal. The shot selection, the playmaking, the rebounding, you can count on him for a lot more than points now.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Chicago?
They were brick city, and it was painful to watch. Weak shooting starts to get contagious, and they were struggling all over the place. They got to work on getting more high-quality chances, more layups, fewer prayers.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Bradley Beal having a dominant impact in this game.
Ooh, that first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
This guy, he plays fast, he's aggressive, and if you let him get to the cup, there is nothing that you can do about it.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Markkanen and Carter are up front. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Porter in at the 3, the small forward. And that's the group for Jim Boylan as we begin the second half. Now here's Wall. Wendell Carter unable to get his last shot to go. Here's Smith. That one's not going to go. Nice D from Levine. And here comes White, leading the fast break. And again, no good by Chicago.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Now here's Bryant. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game.
Boy, what a job defensively. You couldn't play that any better.
Porter. And again, Chicago. No good. The Wizards shooting 64%. Beautiful all-around play by this offense. Beal can't get it to go.
Well, an 0 for 3 start to the half. You need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
And then Carter with the dunk.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
Well, you have to appreciate the defensive battle for sure. Both squads struggling on the offensive end. We call this grit and grind.
Feeds it to Beal. Over Porter. And Beal kicks to Smith. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. Beal's got 4 assists now tonight.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And so White will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. And the shot goes down. White's got 5.
And what body control. Even when White gets bodied up, he sticks with his shot.
White against Smith. And it's Wall at the elbow. Back to Smith. Just 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Carter. Levine feeling it out a bit. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Looking to get back on track here. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. Misses the 3. Wizards leading by 19. Wall passes to Bertens. He gets it in there. He's got 8.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Chicago with the ball after the basket by Washington. Here's Porter. Again, Chicago.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Wall against Levine. Pulls it up. Wall, no luck. Chicago has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Levine dishes to White. And White with the stuff.
Now, Zach Levine is a solid passer. This guy entered the league as a point guard, puts it on the money there.
Smith with it. Now defended by Levine. Left side, Wall. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Well, physical finish by Wall, and if you're defending, you've got to get your money's worth.
And John Wall, of course, having to fight back from that torn Achilles, but also is now having to play up for that super max contract he signed.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Young's checked in for Porter, and it's Denzel Valentine in for Levine. And a switcher also for Washington. Mahimi's checked in. And with Wall, no doubt he's a star guard. But with that contract, Greg, comes heavy expectations.
No doubt. And I'd like to see Wall become more proactive, really as a playmaker on offense in the near future. Depending on how he feels after the injuries, he might need to change his style just a bit. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
The Bulls have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. And White kicks to Valentine. Beal pulls it in.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those.
Oh, please. Now, there's your dunk contest champion back in 2014. Wall puts a little extra on that one.
Bull shooting is leaving something to be desired, just 36% here in the third quarter. Markkanen finds White. Six on the shot clock. Young left side. Out to Carter to end the run. He's off on that one. And Washington the other way now. Beal with it, and Young picks him up defensively.
And how about Markkanen using his size and reach on defense? Great timing in terms of being able to get up and block shots.
Here's Smith. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 6 assists now in the game. Here's White. He's got 7. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
You're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
Hachimura, he's checked in for Washington. Shabazz Napier comes in for Smith. Carter kicks to Young. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Markkanen passes to Carter. And then Carter with the jam.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
And to me, Greg, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Here's Hachimura. He's got 6. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And with a quick break in the action, let's now take a look at the top rookie free throw shooters in the NBA. And you look at White, 4th in the league, and as consistent as they come at the free throw line.
And really, he needs to continue getting to the free throw line as much as possible because he's pretty deadly once he gets there.
And he makes the first. Chris Dunn's checked in for Carter. And so he hits both. Now here's White. 7 points in the game. Takes the 3. Good on the triple. White's got 7 now in this quarter.
You've got to have a short memory. Put a poor first half in your rear view and now make an impact.
Passes it to Napier. Now Bertans. Here's Mahimi. Excellent D there from Markkanen.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
Now here's Napier, following the miss by Chris Dunn. Mahimi passes to Hachimura. And the layup's good off the glass. Hachimura's got 10.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And so White will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. It's stolen by Wall. Here's Napier. And it's Chicago with the rebound. White's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here's Valentine for 3. And the 3 ball is good. Valentine's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And just running the offense, White's that new breed of combo guard who can do a little bit of everything.
And Wall kicks to Bertans. Here's Mahimi. And Mahimi with the stuff.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul. Here's White after the basket by Washington. He dishes it to Dunn. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, so many people were worried about Chris Dunn's offense after his rookie year, but you know what, Greg? He's turned it around.
And gone from struggling to hit 40% of his shots to shooting better from the floor. Still a strong defender, and he's making people forget that his offense was ever a question mark.
The free throw drops in for Dunn.
Yeah, we're talking about the 5th overall pick in 2016. Dunn with exceptional two-way talent. Some pundits felt like he could have gone as high as number 3.
Felicio's checked in for Chicago. Satoransky comes in for White. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Wizards leading by 22. Wall passes to Hachimura. Here's Wall. Kicks it to Mahimi. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Wow, I'll tell you, Jan Mahimi has really learned how to play off the more natural and gifted scorers on his team. That's a pretty looking shot right there.
Now here's Satoransky. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. The shot, Markkanen trying to break loose. Shot's good from Young. Young's got 10 points.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Now, Kevin, that's pure power, pure effort. Jan Mahimi going to the rack with bad intentions.
Chicago has gone 2 of 5 with a 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Dunn kicks to Satoransky. Rebound by Mahimi. Mahimi's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. It's Wall with the drive.
This is unmatched speed at his size and certainly at the point guard position. How are you going to stop that?
Into the Bulls, shooting down near the 40% mark since halftime. They've been slow getting going. Satoransky, the pass to Markkanen. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
Washington calls timeout. Washington making some changes. Mo Wagner comes in for John Wall. And Jordan Bell subbed in for Davis Bertans. Washington leading now by 23. Pass to Hachimura. Now here is Bell. Over Young. Bell's shot is good. Bell's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And Jordan Bell is one of those guys willing to mix it up in the interior. That is nice.
Outside, Markkanen. And it's done in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from deep. Here's Felicio. Rebound by the Wizards.
Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss.
Outstanding pass in transition there for the easy deuce.
Well, Chicago's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Satoransky, bounce pass. Here's Young. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Young's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, that's a pretty bounce pass. Nice.
And here's Napier. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Mahinmi passes to Bell. Down low and stolen by Dunn. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. And Dunn with the slam.
Just a great nose for the ball. Chris Dunn with the clean pick starts the fast break, and they leave no doubt.
Napier feeling it out a bit. Mahinmi finds Napier. Here's Wagner. Satoransky covering. Shot clock at 6. Jacks up a 3. Felicio with a rebound. Felicio's got his 5th rebound in this one. Some changes for Chicago. Porter's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Felicio. Now, here's Dunn. Defense right on him. This is his 2nd trip to the line in this one.
And so far this season, it's been average at best at the line. Only 71% as a shooter.
Good on both.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the 2nd.
And here's Napier. He'll bring it up for Washington. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Napier's got 6.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And Chicago shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. And Satoransky kicks to LaVine. Dunn outside. And the pass to LaVine. And again, no good by Chicago. Wizards leading by 23. Out left to the wing. Here's Hachimura. Defended by Young. Changes up. Pass to Wagner. Over Porter. That one rolling around and rims out.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
And as we conclude the 3rd quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Wizards out front, running away with it. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter underway. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with Coach Scott Brooks.
Keep passing the ball, play fast, get open shots, shoot it, or less focused on getting stopped. No open shot for anybody.
Wanting, Greg, more activity out there, Coach Brooks.
If they cover the basics, they'll be fine. And Coach realizes this.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. So on the floor for Washington, they've got Bradley Beal. Bell is out there with Wagner. Then there's Shabazz Napier. And it's Smith in at the 1. And here are the Bulls now, following the bucket by the Wizards. Porter against Bell. Bell with the block.
Well, you've got that length and athleticism. Put it to good use, Jordan Bell.
To the inside. Good, nice play there from Napier.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Doris, when you look at draft eligibility requirements, it is a very fluid topic with a lot of different ways it could go, a lot of moving parts. Where do you stand?
I'll tell you. Oh, that's unbelievable. Such a big-time athlete. LaVine makes the hardest moves look easy.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Napier with it. Now defended by Levine. Here's Bell. Porter pulls it in. Bulls have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Levine. And Wagner pulls it down. Wizards have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Beal. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Otto Porter Jr.
Yeah, just terrific recognition by Beal. Saw the lane and drew the contact.
The first one falls.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Young. Valentine comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Harrison's checked in for Levine. And it's Ryan Arcidiacono in for Satoransky. And both free throws good for Beal. Doris, all right, this is going to come out of the blue here, but if you had to choose between raising the height of the basket or widening the floor or even widening the lane, which would it be?
I have very strong feelings on this, Kevin, and for me it would be widening the floor. And the reason I say that is it feels to me in the last couple of years there are more sideline violations where teams are turning it over because they're trying to get to that corner three, one of the most advantageous, best shots in today's game. But because that three-point line is so close to the sideline out of bounds, we're seeing too many violations. So if I had to choose between one or the other, I would absolutely widen the floor.
The three from Valentine. He can't get that one to fall. And it's Washington the other way. Wizards passing it around. Bonga. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
It's hauled in by Brown.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
It's Beal on the wing. Inside. Bonga gets the bucket.
What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
Well, the Bulls shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Arcidiacono taking his time here. Here's Carter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Here's a look at what's coming up for Washington. On Friday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors. Then on Monday, they'll go back home and they'll be hosting the Detroit Pistons.
And you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
The Wizards making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. Passes it to Brown. Now Robinson. Bell with it. Clock at 6. That shot off the mark. Here's Arcidiacono. And again, no good by Chicago. For Washington, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Here's Robinson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Doris, we know historically the Celtics, the only franchise to ever have a four-peat, 4 straight championships. Do you think at some point we're going to see another?
I'm not sure there can be in today's NBA, Kevin, and there are a number of different contributing factors. Number one, the salary cap implications. that happened. Number two, look at the Golden State Warriors, who were well positioned for a three-peat. And yet, as you know, luck plays a small part in an NBA championship. Luck relative to injuries. You see Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant both get lost in the midst of an NBA Finals.
True.
This is it's challenging enough to go back-to-back. Forget about four-peat.
Robinson hits them both. Chicago with the ball. Here's Arcidiacono. Carter down low. No coverage that time. Carter's got 4 points now in the quarter.
It goes down, but with no defender near him, no need to go to the fadeaway.
Pass to Robinson. Here's Wagner, defended by Carter. From 10 feet out, Wagner, good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Chicago's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. Well, while we've got a moment now to see this year's three-point contest and how it's shaping up, let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too shabby of shooters on this list, Kevin. You gotta love the advancement and really the evolution of the three-point shot in today's game.
You take a look at Porter. He's got a place in the three-point contest within his reach. I hope he makes it because I know how much this would mean to him to be a part of the event.
I mean, that's a good call, Kevin. He's the type of player that can really deliver on a stage like that. He'll be very dangerous if he ultimately gets in.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Man, you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score.
Bryant is checked in for Washington. Tries from 16. Rebound, Washington. Bryant's got 7 rebounds in the game.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And it's Harrison with the ball for Chicago. Now the pass to Arcidiacono. He kicks to Valentine. Cans the shot with nobody near him.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it, Greg? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Outside Robinson. Now Bell buries it from about 10 feet away.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Now here's Valentine. Or some of these players are making more money on endorsement deals than on their NBA contracts. I mean, I just shake my head at that, don't you?
It's an amazing time in which we live because the power of social media and the understanding of today's athlete that their brand is significant and that their brand extends outside of the lines of competition. You see so many men who have overseas opportunities, whether you're talking Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Donovan Mitchell. They understand the power of the face and the talents they bring to the table. Truly, truly remarkable young men.
Remarkable indeed. Chicago's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. The shot by Arcidiacono, no good. The Wizards have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth, and even 50%. Pass to Bryant. Fader on the way. Misses off the right iron. The Bulls shooting in the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. And here's Valentine for 3. The shot, no good. And the Wizards now going the other way. Robinson goes in. Count that bucket. Robinson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Here's Arcidiacono. Passes to Carter. The shot that time, not on target. Some solid defense from Bryant. Here's Bunga. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Here's Arcidiacono. Pass to Carter. Over Bryant. Bunga pulls it in. Bunga's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Brown, he feeds it to Robinson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Hiring college basketball coaches has been kind of hit or miss, Doris. Why do you think that's so?
Well, obviously, coaching in college and coaching in the NBA are drastically different things. As a college coach, you've got to be concerned about the eligibility of your young men. You've got to be recruiting the next crop, even while you're coaching your current group and your current roster. In the NBA, you get to focus exclusively on coaching. You're not talking about recruiting. You're not having to deal with anything other than grown men who have a desire for greatness in the NBA. And I think so much of it doesn't necessarily mean success or failure, whether you come from college or not. Success in the NBA is a multifaceted proposition. So I don't necessarily define it as, oh, this guy came from college, this guy came from the European leagues, this guy has been an NBA assistant. So many things go into it, Kev.
Felicio's checked in for Wendell Carter. Mahimi's checked in for the Wizards. Chicago with the ball. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Harrison scanning the floor. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Doris, isn't it interesting that we're seeing some teams with more 3-point attempts than 2-point attempts?
It's incredible, Kevin, that every year over the last decade you see more 3-point attempts across all 30 NBA teams. And think about the Houston Rockets. In each of the last 2 years, the Rockets have actually taken more threes than 2s. This is the evolution of the game. It is not going anywhere. There's 2 high-valued shots in the league. Restricted area 2s, that means point-blank opportunities at the rim, and 3-point shots. And everything else in between seems to be getting lost.
So he gets them both. Of course, you and I were just talking about something Commissioner Silver said the other day about a proposed mid-season tournament. What do you think?
Well, I certainly think if they do move to a mid-season tournament, it's going to have real value for it to matter. To get the fans engaged, something has to be on the line. So, number one, you're going to have 2 goals. Instead of 1 championship, maybe you want to win that mid-season tournament too.
Well, Chicago's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. Here's Arcidiacono. Another shot and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Brown. Doris, basketball continues to gain in popularity around the world, doesn't it? It's amazing to me.
It does. Adam Silver, the commissioner, has said, I believe we can be the #1 spot in the world. Obviously, they'd have to overcome the soccer, and that's popularity. But think about this, Kevin, how inclusive a game basketball is. And the love spans across gender, race, ethnicity, religious affiliation. And the best part about the game of basketball is this, Kevin. When you're growing up and trying to get better, you need a ball, you need a hoop, and you need you, and you don't need anything else.
That is so well said.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category,
ball movement has been flawless.
Arcidiacono, the pass to Harrison. Bell with the block. Here's Bonga. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Here's Harrison. But he stays with it.
The momentum continues to go their way. Pretty much the story of the game. There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
Outside, Robinson lets the three fly. Chicago grabs the miss. Felicio's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Of course, it seems like Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, is one of the most well-liked commissioners in all of sports worldwide. Why do you think that's so?
Well, I think he was amongst the most important members of the staff of his predecessor, David Stern, who obviously oversaw the greatest growth in NBA history. The NBA became a global game. But Adam Silver didn't skip a beat. He is a great listener, a great communicator, and I've said this about the NBA for a very long time. It is a league that is in constant self-evaluation process. It is always looking for ways to improve the league, whether that means organizationally or with the play between the lines, and that's all you can ask for, Kevin.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Both good from the line that time. 1:27 left to play here in the 4th.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Washington.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for John Wall.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
Valentine kicks to Harrison. 5 on the clock. Again, Chicago. .29 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. And here is Brown. The pass to Bonga. Brown outside. Mahimi passes to Bonga. Pulls up on the elbow. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks. With John Wall. John, it sure looks like the chemistry is coming together. What is the bond like with your teammates?
We enjoy playing with each other. We have great chemistry. We all work hard, and we know how much we mean to each other, how much we work every day, and we're just trying to keep getting better each game.
Well, the work is paying off, John. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.